Let's see. Next thing. All right. This past weekend, some idiot from ESPN decided to put a nice little thing on the ESPN.com website. Said chink in the armor. 45 minutes later, ESPN discovered it. That dude has now been fired. A couple other people said something on TV. They have been suspended for 30 days. And the radio person who said it wasn't an ESPN employee, so they couldn't do nothing to him. But my question to you is, really? Statements. Quote-unquote offensive statements. Is it true racism, or has everybody just become a little bit oversensitive?
Well, let me get on this one. I have to admit, this one is a little bit oversensitive. Because when you talk about something going down, you always say there's a chink in the armor. That has no whatsoever... something caught my eye. I'm sorry. That has no bearing on race, creed, color, or anything like that.
He's not even Chinese.
But it doesn't matter. It's still the fact that if there's a chink in your
He's
armor,
Taiwanese.
there's a weakness. There's a weakness in that comment. So yeah, you're being
Taiwanese
oversensitive.
He's not even Chinese.
And okay, I'm still saying it's a little bit of being oversensitive in that situation. Do I see where the racism is in that? Yeah, but it still wasn't meant as racism. It was meant as a chink in the
I would like to think it wasn't.
A chip. Wait, is it chip or
chink?
Chink.
CHINK.
Yeah, I mean, so it's common. It's something people say.
All right, a couple of things I want to say on this. First, whether he's Chinese or Taiwanese doesn't matter. It's Asian, and it'd be the equivalent of someone being from Jamaica or Haiti or Jersey City, and you call them darky. None of the three of them are going to like it. So, what's the difference? That's the first thing. Second thing is this. The person who wrote chink in the armor knew exactly what the hell they was doing. And I think we as black people should be very, very well versed on subtle digs and racism when the author of that racism may want to come back and say, oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. Yeah, you did. You wouldn't have written chink in the armor if it was Baron Davis who was leading the Knicks for those 8 games and they were winning and all of a sudden they lost. You're not going to put chink in the armor if Iman Shumpert was the one who was leading the Knicks and they lost 8 and they won 8 games and then they lost 1. But you have an Asian American, so you write chink in the armor and you think it's funny. It's just not cool to me. Anytime that you want to take a jab at someone specifically because of how they look or what their nationality is or what their sexual orientation is, anytime you want to do that, I got a problem with you, period. So whether the guy got fired or not, you know, it's not really my place to really
he got terminated.
Well, I know the guy who actually did it got fired, and the guy who actually wrote the article got suspended
30 days.
And then there was a guy who actually made a comment on it on ESPN New York who doesn't work for ESPN, so he got away with it because they couldn't do anything with him. Now let's the other thing that we can say that we have to say about ESPN, just to kind of set the stage. ESPN has zero tolerance for this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
They absolutely have a zero tolerance for this kind of stuff when they've had sexual harassment type stuff come up. I can't speak to any racism. Steve Phillips and the baseball guy, the black dude, Harold Reynolds.
Yeah,
got fired as well. He ended up on MLB, and I think he was exonerated, but he ended up losing his job. Because of it, because ESPN don't play.
Nah.
They're one of those, companies, and then the Disney, for crying out loud. They're one of those companies, all you got to do is be accused. It's almost like, You
might as well just went on and did it.
Yeah.
Now, my opinion of, I really didn't think about this until you were talking, Marcus. Now, I wasn't laughing about what you were saying. I was laughing at the fact that, I thought about it. This happened 2:30 in the morning. Of course this dude meant to do it. 2:30 in the morning, you do it 2:30 in the afternoon, my bad. 2:30 in the morning, you meant to do it because you didn't think anybody would be watching it. Who's looking at it? Who's looking at ESPN.com at 2:30 in the morning? All right, we can move on because that was
Carl Banks is laughing at me. I'm gonna just call myself out. I just banged my knee on the table and I guess I mouthed some expletives, and He just got tickled to death by it. But anyway, if you want to get into the discussion, feel free to call us. We appreciate the love we're getting on Facebook. We see y'all out there listening to us. Feel free to call us up, 804-726-3430. Continue to hit us on Facebook. Thank you. Big Rope.
All right, next one. Funerals on TV. Where's the line drawn? And really, how important do you have to be to have your funeral on television?
You know what? I think once they had Princess Di on TV, that set the precedence right there. I mean, why not? When you have a major icon like that, you're going to have presidents, you're going to have ambassadors, you're going to have top-ranking officials. Why not? Whitney is somebody. Somebody made a comment that they didn't understand why we were upset. Why? No, I won't say we. Why were people upset because of Whitney's death? Because she had her past and whatnot.
People don't like death, so.
But still, it was her private life that he was talking about, and that should be her private life, not her public life. And in the public eye, she was a beautiful person. I don't know if you saw the BET honoring her. It was very nice. She touched a lot of people in so many ways, man. I'm just glad I could see it. I really was. I mean, I know it was in your hometown, Marcus, your home state. I'm not going to say your hometown. It was just a beautiful situation, man. It's something I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, anytime, and I guess to specifically address the question, how big you need to be to get your funeral on television. It's one of those things. It's kind of like, we're a sports show, so I kind of relate it to sports. It's kind of like the smell test. You know what I mean? Like if you watch a guy on the court and your initial thought is he's great, he's probably great. As far as this, if this person is universally loved or universally known, then you're probably going to have a lot of people that are going to want to celebrate this person's life during their homegoing service. So I understand it, and Carlton hit the nail right on the head. The first one that I remember was Princess Di back in 1997. I remember exactly where I was when we found out she died. I was on Bidwell Avenue in Jersey City, kicking it with a couple of the homies when we got that news. And I remember watching that funeral on television. It's just one of those things that everybody knew Princess Di. Everybody knew Michael Jackson. Everybody knew Whitney Houston. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to celebrate their homegoing. So the only way that you really can do that is to put it on TV for those people who are unable to be there, and that's basically the fans.
So you're talking about universal stardom.
Beyonce would be like that.
Would say, yeah, I mean,
you think Beyonce's funeral will be on TV?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, we could sit here and we could debate, and we could be right or we could be wrong, but I think we're on to something. By just you saying Beyonce, yeah, I think Beyonce's funeral would be on national TV, but I don't think Jay-Z's would.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So
he didn't reach the same genre.
No. I mean, you can argue. We can sit here and we can debate and argue the point between the two of them until we're blue in the face. But I think if you're looking at people like Madonna, if you're looking at Paul McCartney, you know what I mean? Elton John, no.
Sir Paul McCartney.
Elton John, no.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Elton John's funeral would be on national television. But I think Paul McCartney's, he was a Beatle. He was a Beatle. But Ringo Starr, no. Who's also a Beatle. You see what I'm saying? So it really does depend. And it's one of those things that unfortunately we won't know for sure until those people leave us.
The funeral was nice. And, I had to call Marcus because I didn't watch it live. I had to tape it first. I had to call Marcus because this guy on CNN, he was just irking me. And Marcus told me, give him a pass. But, I just wanted to hit him.
Okay.
I really did.
For the record, I ain't watch it.
You missed something. You really did.
I read the Facebook post. I was at work. I read the Facebook's post. Not Facebook. Well, I read those two. The Twitter was blowing up. I didn't watch it. I don't like funerals live. I don't think I would sit there and watch a televised funeral.
I mean, I'm not like Wanda from Good Times. I don't go running for looking for funerals. But if somebody I know is not around anymore,
right? I mean, I know what you're saying, but for me, not a funeral guy. I'm just not.
It was very heartfelt. It was very heartfelt. Outside of whatever issues came out,
I heard Kevin Costner dropped a profane.
He said damn.
He said damn in the church.
Yeah, that's in the Bible.
Yeah, you say damn in the church?
I can.
Do you say damn in the church?
I don't have to. There's nothing that comes up that makes me have to say it.
I would be in trouble if I said damn in the church. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
I
Damn,
think
damn.
Somebody probably pulled Kevin Costner aside when it was over too.
Yeah, like, yo, dude,
but
we at church.
But just real quick, Kevin Costner, while he was extremely long-winded and took longer than most people,
Yeah, I heard about
I
that.
absolutely enjoyed his part.
I did too.
More than probably anybody other than BB Winans. And BB Winans' portion to me hit me the most, me personally, because he was the only one who walked up there crying, got himself together, then walked away crying. And it was very clear by the story that he told that more than anything else, he's just going to miss his friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just going to miss his friend.
Now, you know who I would love to have seen up there? Denzel.
I don't know what his relationship was with her other than
He was in the preacher's
Preacher's
wife.
Wife.
I mean, they were in the movie together.
Yeah.
But
But still, I mean, if they did have some type of outside relationship,
I tell you, I was shocked at the relationship that Tyler Perry had with Whitney. I saw Tyler Perry on the early show yesterday, and he said that he had been friends with her for years, and it was one of those friendships that flew under the radar that the media never got wind of, which means we never knew. And it was just a real nice, sweet relationship. And if anybody saw his part, Corey Carlton, you saw
yeah.
it. It was like
Medea came out.
it was Medea came out. and he
I
was
heard
up there
that on the
preaching.
Twitter. On the
Yeah.
Twitter, that's what somebody said.
Medea came out.
Medea got loose.
Medea came out.
Yeah,
and he
she
was up there
did.
preaching.
All right. I've been a big fan. I've been a big fan of hating American Idol. Not the show the show itself, but more so the first month when they would get up there and people would do the little qualify for Hollywood and stuff like that. And of course, all the horrible, horrible, horrible people they give their 10 seconds of fame or whatever. To me, I feel like this is just personal. I feel like they're bullying because to me, I don't see the point of giving people. I mean, because really, theoretically, you put them on TV to bring them up and then to completely smash them. So, in my opinion, this is the only opinion of Big Rube. American Idol, are they the bullies of the new generation?
I think that's a strong statement. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, it's good. It's good TV. It's fun TV.
Is it really good TV?
It's good TV in the sense that people are watching it, even though they are having extreme drops in ratings. They're still the highest rated show. Now, that says a lot when after 11 years you're dropping ratings like flies, but you still get more viewers than anybody else. So that makes it good TV because people are watching it. Just in the sense of people are watching it. As far as the bullies, I mean, I certainly understand why one would say that, but at the end of the day, that's what we do in this country. We build you up for the sole purpose of tearing you down. You do one thing that we don't like, and we gonna just tear you up. Like LeBron. We'll use him for example.
Mm-hmm.
We love LeBron. We loved him until he left Cleveland.
Yep.
And when he left Cleveland, and some of us have personal reasons for that, that are tied to our teams, but more specifically or more generally, I should say, we built him up, and now we love tearing him down. And he's trying to embrace the whole villain thing, but we can see that it's not something that he's part of. So relating it, that he's not comfortable with. So relating it back to American Idol, as far as them bullying, I can see why you would say that, but my only real response to that is that's just what we do in this country.